Proper is a term we use in Ireland if we say something is legit. Right. And then 12 is the district I come from. Dublin 12, a small little district full of blue-collar, hard-working people. It is also home to the largest children's hospital in the country of Ireland. So everyone in Ireland has a relationship with Dublin 12, and I wanted to pay homage to where I came from, where I learned the values of hard work, where I learned loyalty, where I learned how to fight. I wanted to pay back and place the name on my logo, Proper number 12 Irish Whiskey. Our first responders are our true heroes. They are proper heroes. They are the people who run into buildings as we are running out. So it was only right for me to give back to these great people. And yes, we donate off of every case sold. So it's a major operation to do that as well. It is more than worth it. These men and women, they serve us, they protect us, they deserve the world and more. 6 years ago, I was a young Irish kid working on the building sites of Ireland. I was working as an apprentice plumber. First of all, I'm doing what I love. I love to compete, I love to fight, I love style, and I love Irish whiskey. We used to have a day, Arthur's Day. We should have more days. We should celebrate more days. For some reason, Arthur's Day was stopped. And I mean, now that, since I've been here for St. Patrick's Week here in the US, in Ireland we celebrated St. Patrick's Day, but here in the US they celebrate St. Patrick's Week. Let's start adding more holidays. Let's start celebrating more. Celebrate where we come from. Celebrate our surroundings. That is the key to success. You must celebrate where you come from. Be proud of where you come from. I've had such a crazy journey. I was in the Boston Bruins locker room. They sent me in to help fire them up, and I was like, nothing heroic gets done. And this is my thought on the first responder situation that I'm involved in. I was like, nothing heroic. Heroes are not born unless they have a good, solid support network. You know, heroes are born through support, through unity, through guidance and help. And, you know, the more we support each other, the more we unite, the more we lift each other up, the more we celebrate where we come from, the more heroic things happen, the more heroes are born. That's my thinking of it. It's a passion of mine, the clothing game. I have my own line, Conor McGregor. We're deep in it. We're on our second drop now. We're steady building the line. Again, starting at the foundations. Approach and keep a beginner's mind and rise up. And that's what I've done with this. That's what I've done with my clothing. Obviously, that's what I've done with the fighting. You know, you approach every day in the gym as a beginner. You look at people who go to like the beginners in a gym, they always make the biggest leaps, and then it kind of filters out a little bit. The progress slows down. You approach something with a beginner's mind, ask questions, think a lot, you know, learn from anything and everything like a beginner, and you grow quicker, you learn quicker, and so that's what I'm trying to do with everything I'm doing. I've fought a lot. I've never pulled out of contests. You know, I've gone through some crazy injuries and crazy external situations, you know, that many a man would sprint for the hills if it happened to them. But I stood firm and done my piece for the company. So I'm in a position now. There are a lot of, like I said, this whiskey is my baby. I have a lot of great entities. I don't necessarily need to fight. I am set for life. My family is set for life. We are good. But I am eager to fight, you know, so we'll see what happens. I'm just staying ready.
For Conor, last time you were in the UFC against Eddie Alvarez, you were talking about things like ownership stakes in the UFC.
If I was an owner and I was part of the promotion, I would have had our fucking fans in this arena. Where's the fucking fans at? That's who we fight for. That's who pays the bills. That's who deserves this show. Bring me all over the fucking world and we're just sitting here in a fucking thing. I'm on probation up to my eyeballs and ongoing and incoming civil cases. And we come here to do this bullshit. Bring the fans here. Here we are. You just wanted a war. Here we fucking are. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's get a war going. Fucking all this other stupid shit. But I mean, hey, I didn't get what I asked, so here we are.
What was the process to get you back in the octagon, and why was it this particular fight?
I came back for the love of this, to come and shut this man up. A little rat, a little weasel, a little hard man in groups. I've met many of them through my years. A man who grows in numbers, but on his own, and when confronted in a similar situation, cowers away. And that's what you saw with that little shite on the bus over there. He shit his jocks after doing something to his own countryman that had nothing got to do with anything. And that's it. I came back for the love of fighting and the love of war. And this I am going to truly, truly love, putting a bad beating on this little glass jaw rat.
Habib, there was a time where you and Conor were pretty cordial with each other, almost friendly.
Fanboy. The man was a fanboy. He bought t-shirts of mine. He fucking supported the cause. You remember that? You little fanboy. You little fanboy bitch. He bought t-shirts to support the cause. Nothing but respect. And then over on his neck of the woods, a man involved in something who's now in prison. Vladimir Putin locked him up for embezzling 150 million worth of money from the Russian people. Started to invest and pump money into his gym. So he started to grow in power. Started to gain this false power and started thinking he was a little hard man, tough guy. Then shit hit the fan with your man. He gets locked up and now there's not a bean left. And now here I am to put the nail in the coffin. That's how it began. He was a fanboy. Thought he was a little hard man after a while with some money, like many people do. Money and numbers. Now the money's gone. The numbers are still there, but trust me, his own countrymen, his own people that he's turned his back on, they want to see him gone too. And I am going to do it in the name of the Russian people.
Habib, do you have any response to what Conor said?
This is everything what I expect.
In terms of what did you expect?
Like what
The truth, because that's all I talk.
What are you talking about?
That's all I talk. Truth.
I'm come here for smash this guy. I don't
Smash
wanna
me,
talk.
mate. Smash me.
Don't wanna,
Yeah,
don't wanna
smash me.
I can smash
You say send location. Here it is, right here in front of you. I'm right in front of you. Did you not see me outside the bus? No. Did you not see me right in front of you outside the fucking bus? I showed you my hands, no weapons. The first thing when I showed up at that bus, I showed not my hands to let it know I come here unarmed, no weapons. Step off the bus. You talk the big game, now I'm here. He done fucking nothing. He sat and took a shit on that bus. Hid and cowered behind fucking women and caused what happened to happen. So that's fucking that. Here's my location, you little fool. Right in front of you. Do something about it. Do something about it. Yeah, you'll do nothing.
Next question.
Proper 12. Proper Irish whiskey from a proper Irish. That's what I'm talking about. I came here to have a buzz with this. I almost didn't get the glass. I almost didn't get the bottle into the arena. I anticipated that. I anticipated that they weren't going to let me in with me big bottle. So I had a little sloy bottle brought in. You know, you see how tricks up me back pocket all over the gaff. I also brought my own belts because I knew they wouldn't have my fucking belts up here. I'd love a glass, or not a glass, even a cup, something I could toast with all these fine people here of my proper 12 Irish whiskey, if we could get that. If not, I'm probably going to start drinking it out of a bottle. If the bottle gets empty, I don't know what I'll do with this man and an empty bottle. You know what I'm like. So please, someone in the back, get me a cup, a plastic cup, please. Thank you.
All right,
Or
there we
please
go.
don't.
Question
Plastic
for
cup, just a few sips. I have to taste it, mate. It is the finest man-made Irish whiskey there is on the market. None of that Danston Jameson shit. Thank you, Dave. Me own employee.
Khabib.
Good man, Davey boy. Good man. None of that Danston Jamie shit no more. That's done. We only drink proper 12, they're pure.
Khabib, is it difficult for you to maintain your composure in this situation when he's getting up, getting in your face?
I stay relaxed, brother. I stay relaxed. I don't feel nothing. I know I have location.
I stay on bus.
6 October.
I stay on bus.
6 October.
Shoot in the bus.
Like we talked before, like direct in Twitter. You remember this? When we talk? You remember
You
this?
bought me T-shirts. You're a little fat.
Yeah,
Listen,
black,
kid,
but
don't be
like
talking me about
2014.
Twitter in 2012.
No. I have question. Give me answer.
Twitter, who's on
Well,
Twitter,
what's
mate?
wrong with you?
That's my bollocks.
No. I send you message. We talk with you.
Fuck your message.
Yes, like you.
I don't type the blokes,
we
mate.
talk.
It's not my
But,
thing.
okay.
It's not my thing.
Why
to
you
start
don't send
typing
me
the
message like without everybody?
What's it?
Why?
I'm
Why
right
waiting?
here, mate.
Why
I'm
you
right
don't
here,
send?
pal.
We're gonna
I'm right
fight.
here,
We're gonna fight 6 October.
Yeah,
See it.
yeah,
See it.
I hope so.
See it.
I hope
See
so
it.
because if you pull out like you always do pull out, may
Who?
God have mercy on your soul.
Who
and trust
pull
me
out?
on that.
Who
You
pull
little
out?
pull out
No,
merchant.
sit down.
Shut
We're gonna
your
talk.
mouth.
We're gonna
Shut
talk.
your mouth.
Okay.
I don't want to talk.
Okay.
I
When
wanna
I
fight.
slip your
I
brother,
wanna fight.
when I slip your teammates, why you don't send me message?
That's my
If you wanna fix this, why you don't send me message? What? You come with 40
That's
people
my
and you think you can
If
change
you'd have
something?
got off that, if you'd have got off that bus, you'd be dead now.
No, okay.
You'd be dead and I'd be
No,
in a
you-
cell.
if
So
you want-
shut your fucking mouth
Okay.
with messages.
No,
Do I look
if
like
you
a bloke
want,
that messages
I
blokes?
come out,
Do I look
but
like a bloke that
why you
messages
come?
blokes?
Hey,
Fuck you.
everybody knows in media days, a lot of security. Of course, I'm gonna sit in bus with all red corners.
Shit
We
in
sit.
bus.
He come with 40
I shit
people.
in bus.
And he think he can change something? Okay, we talk with him before. Why you don't send message? Why? He can send me, hey, you have problem with my brother or teammate, something like this. You give him slap. Now you have to give answer. Okay, I'm gonna come. He gonna send me, okay, 1 guy, 2 guys, 10 guys, or alone. Doesn't matter. But why you come with 40 people? 100% you know I'm here is with alone or 1 guy, 2 guys. But you come with 40 people. But what's changed? Nothing. And 6 October, 6 October, 6 October we're gonna see.
You cornered a friend of mine who had nothing to do with it, and another an Islam, a Chechen man who had nothing to do with anything. Slapped him and abused him on foreign soil. Your own people, you little rat. It's like me going over
No,
and
okay,
seeing
you
an
talk
Irish
with
man
him.
going
You
about
talk
his
with
work.
him.
And
You talk with him.
I seen an Irish man over in England, let's say, and me with, yeah, what are you talking about with
No.
numbers?
Okay.
You were
Okay.
surrounded by about 40 of your
Okay.
teammates.
I have-
Many of them hooded.
No,
Many of them had their
No one
hoods up.
touch him.
They had to be chased
You
out
can
of
ask
hotel.
him. You can ask him.
Yeah, right,
Why you
right,
don't ask
mate,
him?
right, mate,
Okay,
right,
why you
right,
don't
right.
ask him?
Whatever, kid.
Okay.
I couldn't give a bollocks. When the person you were looking for showed up, you took a shit on the back of a bus. So shut your fucking mouth.
Okay, but why you don't ask your friend, hey, when someone give you slap, you have to give him back? What happened? If we guys,
Adam
okay,
knows what he should have
okay,
done. He
no,
should have
no, no.
stitched you a low
Okay,
fucking
no,
few
listen,
crackers and got out
listen.
there.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
that doesn't matter.
10
man.
people,
All good. All
2
good,
guys.
pal.
If
All
someone
good.
slap you,
It's
you
not
have to
got to
give
do
him
with
back.
him. It's not got to do with
This is your own
It's
teammates.
got to do with me and
Everybody
you.
eats
It's got to
slaps.
do with me and you,
Okay.
kid. It's got to do with me and you.
This
Say,
guy
what's up, bollocks?
has
Here
to
I
give
am.
you answer.
Here
Hey,
I am. Let's
why?
have a knock, mate.
Why? You
Let's
have to ask
a
him.
knock, mate.
Okay.
Let's have a
If
knock,
my
mate.
friend
You're afraid of a
ever
slap.
eats slap,
You're
I'm gonna ask
afraid of
him,
a
hey,
slap.
why you
You're
don't give him
afraid of
back?
a slap.
You have to fight. If you lose, we're gonna come. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with your team? They everybody eat same now. One night they everybody eat slap, and next day, like when we have to go to press conference, you have to come to me. He say, hey, you can go with only 1 guy. You can go with only 1 guy. Okay, I'm gonna go, but I don't expect 10 people, 40 people, 30 people gonna come. If they come all week, we move with our own bus, with all my friends, with everybody. And UFC told me, hey, you guys have to go with 1 guy. Okay, I go. They come with 40 people. What changed? Nothing. But he have to ask his friend why he eats slap. He have to ask him. If he think he man, he have to ask him. This is what I think.
From the boxing, I made a hell of a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, I could have retired from the
I know.
from the
You
boxing.
come here for money.
Mate, I'm
I
talking
come here
to
for
the
legacy.
reporter. Will you get
Hey,
that?
I ain't come here for legacy. You come for money.
Smelly shy bag.
You come for money. I come for legacy.
I have money.
This
I
is
don't
different.
Need,
This
I
is
don't-
different. Why
Mate,
you-
you took money from
No.
Magomedov?
Of
Hold on, you took
Of
money.
course.
You took
Of
money from
course.
Magomedov, and you were a
Yes.
little lick ass rat.
No,
now
I
what?
talk.
Putin locked him up.
I
What?
talk.
Say something to Putin about locking Magomedov up.
About
Say
what?
something. Say
About
ask
what?
him to
I don't
release him
understand your
again.
English.
Ask him to release him.
I wanna
now
understand
you
your-
don't
No,
understand.
what are you talking-
You
ask-
mad rat.
ask me. I'm
Talking
gonna
about
give-
money. You don't do
What
this.
are
You
you
don't do that.
talking about?
You're a fake lying rat. A fake lying. I'm real. I wear it on my chest. There's a gorilla on my chest. I wear it proud, mate. I don't lie about nothing. You're saying it's not about money. It's not about legacy. You're a lying bastard. When money got pumped into your camp by that little scumbag that's now in a little
No,
8x10
I
cell,
really want
you
to
thought you were a
understand this guy.
don. Now
I
look
really
at you.
want-
Now
What are
look
you
at you there.
talking about?
Stay you now, not a bean. You just haven't got a washer.
If you have
No
question,
money left.
If you have question, ask.
But
If
anyway,
you have question,
unshep
ask.
a life.
Hey, you
and
look
this
like clown.
beautiful.
You look like
fine,
clown.
bottle
Sit
of
and
fucking
relax
Irish
and
whiskey.
talk if you
It's
wanna
gonna
talk.
dominate the game. Jameson
Stop
is
promote
host.
your bullshit
This
whiskey
is
here, bro.
This is a direct competitor to Jameson. I am coming to take over the whiskey business. Look at the noise it has made. This is a true beast I have in my possession here. I do not fight for the prize. I did not begin fighting for the prize. I began to fight because I loved it. That's why I'm here now, because I love this game. I don't have to be here. I am set for life. Even without this, I'm set for life. From the last match, I'm set for life.
Okay, what are you
I'm
doing
sorted
here?
now.
What are you doing
I'm
here?
here
Why
to
you come
enjoy
here?
this.
Why you come here?
Because I'm
But
gonna
6th
love,
October,
I'm gonna love
6th October, what you
pulling
gonna
out of your
do?
misery.
This is not
stomping on
This
your
is
head.
not about
And if you
whiskey.
pull out a
The
fight,
6th
I'm gonna love
October,
what
I'm
happens
gonna
to you
mow
tomorrow.
you. You
if
know
you
this.
pull
And
out
you
a
know
fight, I'm
this.
gonna love what
You
happens
know
to you,
this. 6th
your
October, I'm gonna
family,
mow
and
you.
your team
You know
even
this.
more on your own soil. I'm gonna love that even more. So you just show up to this fight, and we do this the noble way. Pull out, and then you know what's gonna happen to you back home, kid. So that's all I'll say about
What's
that.
gonna happen?
I'm here
What's
for the
gonna
joy,
happen?
to enjoy
What's
it.
gonna happen?
To enjoy it.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Tell me. What's
Next
gonna
question.
happen?
He knew what he fucking signed up for. I've been later than this. The traffic is a little heavy. There must be a McGregor fight going on. I don't know where the little fool is. He's better off running anyway. You know yourself, I bet you he was saying a load of shit up here. He didn't say anything the last time, so, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. Fuck it. These things happen. I mean, I did not plan this. I tried to get here. You know yourself, I'm only a couple of minutes late, for fuck's sake. The mad backwards cunt, he should have just stayed put. But whatever, that's his sign. He doesn't want to be around me. He doesn't want to be around these people. He is petrified. And that's it. He said nothing in New York, and I guarantee he was saying shit while I wasn't here. So that's the truth of it. So hey, it is what it is. Fuck it. I've given you enough bleeding face-offs and all this shit over my years. So look, I'm here to fight this man Saturday night. He has to make weight, make sure he goes against that fucking weight off him. That's more important for me. I want him making weight. I want him to show up on Saturday night, because he has pulled out fights very last minute, been rushed to hospital and all this other bollocks. So get that man into that sauna and cook him like a little chicken jaw rat that he is.
Conor, down to your left.
You'll never beat the fucking Irish. You will never beat the Irish. Well, Las Vegas, the Irish are back in town. We fucking love it. His manager is a fucking snitch, terrorist rat. And that's it. I could go into heavy detail, and I will. And I will go into heavy detail. He was pulled off of a flight going from Cairo, Egypt, to New York City on September 11, 2001. He was caught with 5 passports in his possession. He turned informant and turned on the people that he was working with. He is I don't even know how that man is in this fucking country. We're all facing, I'm sure everyone here, the Irish people, are facing all this immigration stuff on the way over. My own people are facing it, my family. It's getting stopped at the airport and this and that. And then you've got this man with such a crazy background, Ali Abdelaziz, and he's rocking around free. It begs belief, to be honest, but hey, don't ever take information from an informant, and that's what that man is doing. He's a rat bastard, and I'm gonna get him on Saturday night. Fuck him and his mentality. I don't give a fuck about him. My heart is black towards this man, towards his team, towards his people. I could truly see the inside of that man's head and smile. I don't give a fuck about him or his people. Like I said, there is way deeper shit than just a fight on Saturday night. So it is what it is. I'm here, I'm gonna settle this the noble way for myself and then see what happens after that.
Some places I've read in the Business Insider, it's
Bollocks,
terrible
mate. Have a drink of it now and tell me what you think. There's always going to be begrudgers and people that are hating and this and that. You know, it comes with the territory when you're at the top of the game. Trust me, it is the tastiest Irish whiskey there is on the planet. I fucking love it. And I don't give a bollocks what anyone says. I'm not even trying to sell it. Just have a sip of it. Just take a bottle with you and enjoy yourself. Now, not you, the smell of you. Keep him out of here, bringing up negative shit. You ask my bollocks, mate. This is for the Irish people. Here, When I count to 3, I want everyone in this building to scream at the top of their lungs, fuck the Jameson brothers. 1, 2, 3, fuck the Jameson brothers. Yes, coming for it all, mate.
Developing tonight at 11, it's the mugshot from South Florida now getting attention around the world. Mixed martial arts fighter Conor McGregor arrested.
And here is the scene at the jail about 45 minutes ago. McGregor posting bond and walking out. He is a free man for now. CBS 4's David Sutta is live on Biscayne Island in Miami at the house where McGregor has been staying during his visit. So David, what happened?
Yeah, it's been a long day for him. This incident that sparked all this happened around 5 a.m. this morning. Around 5 o'clock this afternoon, he was arrested at this home behind me. Let's go ahead and take a look at that video of him bonding out. Just around 10 o'clock, just after 10 o'clock, he pushed right past the media, and he had posted basically a $5,000 bond to be out tonight. He had nothing to say about any of this. McGregor was known to be in the area over the last week. In fact, neighbors in the area of this house were saying that they saw him jogging around the neighborhood and that he would stop for selfies. Well, apparently he got sick and tired of the camera because this morning, according to Miami Beach police, he acted out. Amid paparazzi Monday night, Conor McGregor arrived at this mansion in Miami. He had nothing to say about what had happened earlier in the day. According to the arrest report, the incident happened around 5 a.m. just outside the Fontainebleau Hotel on Miami Beach. Someone stopped to take a photo of Conor McGregor. According to Miami Beach police, the UFC superstar responded by slapping the phone out of the man's hand, stomping on it repeatedly, and then walking away with the damaged phone. Police caught up with him this afternoon at this luxury waterfront mansion on the Venetian Islands.
There was a lot of police here and uncovered police too, and was all the street from the beginning to the end.
McGregor has been in town since at least last week. Under his Instagram handle, The Notorious MMA, McGregor has been posting photos on Miami Beach with his son and girlfriend at the Sea Aquarium and at the Versace mansion where he hosted a birthday party for his mom. Neighbors say the family was staying at this Airbnb listed for $5K a night. No one answered the door except a man in a towel who quickly scooted inside without comment. McGregor's attorney issued a statement this evening saying, quote, "Last evening, Conor McGregor was involved in a minor altercation involving a cell phone that resulted in a call to law enforcement. Mr. McGregor appreciates the response of law enforcement and pledges his full cooperation." This is not the first time McGregor has been in handcuffs. Almost a year ago, he was arrested in New York after an altercation in a UFC fighter's bus.
It was scary. It was scary for everybody.
Witnesses say McGregor plotted the attack. Cameras captured him in a fit of rage, throwing things and breaking windows.
You have an anger problem.
According to the celebrity gossip site TMZ, he had just finished the community service that was part of his plea deal from that case. That plea deal also had 3 days of anger management, 5 days of community service. It's unclear if all that took. Now the official charges here is strong arm robbery, no pun intended, and criminal mischief. Of course, he has now another case to deal with. We're live in Miami. David Sutter, CBS 4 News.
The warrior is strong, yet his sleep is fragile. His wisdom, an amalgamation of precedent, yet his decisions cannot be based on the frailties of man. He is rather fueled by divine inspiration, ascending from the heart. He knows not anger, and only fears the unknown. The warrior does not judge, for his true assignment is to deliver evidence of superior behavior to the creator of all men.
This is the game. We win some, we lose some. I will never shy away from a challenge. I will never shy away from defeat, or this is part of the games.
And still undefeated, Floyd,
the Eagle,
I'm not going to stare at it. You stare at your past and you'll end up staying there. It's okay to look back and admire it, but you carry on. I'm not in the business of staring back at it. You know what I mean? I'm getting lost back there. People say a loss can make or break a fighter, but trust me, a win can also make or break a fighter. I fight every week. I'm the most active fighter in the game, in all weight divisions, and I fight at all weight divisions.
never seen you win. You little bitch! You little short ass bitch! Hey, you ain't got shit on me! You little short ass bitch! Oh, please don't know that. Know that. Bitch, you might not be able to get over here. Who's talking on you? Look at that bullshit, you know? Hey, you know that.
In my home, like many other homes in Ireland, the real stress and the real fights come from the mortgage, come from the stress of home. A lot of people are getting evicted from their homes around here. So that's something that I've grew up with. That was a big stress in my family. It caused a lot of stress. I feel to be at the pinnacle of any game, in whatever you do, you've got to be a little bit gone to it. You're not all there. You've got to be almost insane to your craft. Not a lot of people can understand that. That's why I don't know about nothing else. People are talking to me, and in my head, I'm counting something. I'm counting up a number, or I'm knee deep in a sequence on the mat or on the feet. That's my life, sequences and numbers, nothing else. I cannot pay attention to nothing else.
Did you have faith maybe back then that your time would come and that you would be able to explode onto the scene as you had?
If I didn't, it wouldn't have happened. So I had to believe in it, I had to feel it, I had to have faith in it for it to happen. So you're damn right I did. Make no mistake about it, it's a beautiful life. I live good now. I live damn good. I live like I should, like I'm supposed to, like a young 27-year-old world champion should live.
We are all equal as human beings. If we are obsessed with something and we truly pursue our passion with everything we have, regardless of anything else, if you are obsessed, work hard, put in the time, you will succeed. And that is a philosophy that I carry, my coaches carry. And to see LeBron James, who's like a mega superstar over here and a phenomenal athlete, share that belief is inspiring right back to me. It shows that we are thinking correct. This is hard work. This is an obsession. Nothing can beat hard work. I don't care nothing about fame, yeah? I don't care about fame. The gold belt is what I want. The 2 gold belts. I want that featherweight belt and I want that lightweight belt. That's my goal.
I don't feel pressure in there. I do not. I feel free in there. You're given everything you've got. You're in there to die. You're prepared to die in there. I am prepared to die in there, and I'm also prepared to kill in there.
This is what Conor tweeted last night. Hey guys, quick announcement. I've decided to retire from the sport formerly known as mixed martial arts today.
Less than a day after McGregor announced he's retiring comes a bombshell report.
Conor McGregor could be in for the fight of his life.
Arrested because he grabbed a fan's phone and smashed it. Conor McGregor is a larger-than-life figure.
There was a warrant out for Conor McGregor's arrest.
UFC champion was arrested in January.
Conor McGregor is now being sued.
Conor McGregor.
He's being investigated for sexual assault.
McGregor is accused of sexually assaulting a woman in Dublin.
Conor allegedly punching an elderly man.
Not allegedly. You don't do it. Don't put your hands on somebody. I don't know if he's on drugs or what his deal is.
I'm very excited to give my fans something to cheer about again.
Dana comes out, announces Conor McGregor versus Cowboy Cerrone.
It's very exciting. Guys, very exciting.
Conor McGregor has only had 2 fights ever go his way where it has not gone the distance. Conor finishes fight.
Oh! Just slept like that! Conor McGregor is the new UFC featherweight champion of the world!
To make believe that he is a more decorated striker than Cowboy Cerrone is false.
Short time. Medeiros is down. Cerrone looking to end it, and that is it. Before the horn, Donald Cowboy Cerrone is a winner again.
Most wins in UFC history, baby, and most finishes in UFC history.
That's it. That's it. It's over. It's all over.
Conor is not known to ground and pound, and he's not known to submit you. He's known as one kind of a fighter. Stand up.
This is why everyone's been talking about Conor McGregor. It's all over. Conor McGregor, another first-round win.
That's it.
It is all over. Conor McGregor stops Dennis Seaver. And it's all over. Conor McGregor is a UFC interim featherweight champion.
This is the perfect fight for Conor to return to. He hasn't won a fight since November of 2016. He hasn't fought since October of last year. He just needs to get his confidence back. He needs to get his mojo back. There's a bit of a backstory. They go back 4.5 years.
He's real good at talking out in front of the public, but when we all stand in the back up there, he got nothing to say. Of course, we get out here, he wants to run his mouth, but it's good. He sells the fights, but he comes to 155, you want to bend his little ass over and knock the Lucky Charm. See about that. Come on, man. Sit the down.
It's the right kind of fight for Conor to get his feet wet again, get his confidence back, and now, try to regain the magic that he had a few years ago.
Surprise, surprise, motherfucker! The king is back!
You have a monster right here at 45, Aldo about to beat your ass. You beat nobody, and you think you're going to come up to 155 make a statement? Come on, man. Sit the fuck down. He's real good at talking out in front of the public, but when we all stand in the back up there, he got nothing to say. Of course, we get out here, he wants to run his mouth, but it's good. He sells the fights, but he comes to 155, you want to bend his little ass over and knock the fucking Lucky Charm. See about that. Who I want?
Yeah.
Don't care. Don't care. But there is somebody, they already came up and told me, so.
55 though?
55.
You like it?
It's very exciting. Guys, very exciting. You like it. You all like it. You'll be like,
There is something to a Donald Cerrone, Conor McGregor fight.
Here's the thing. Everybody wants to call out Conor McGregor. I get it. I get the whole thing. But there is a back and forth between Donald Cerrone and Conor McGregor that's on video.
Conor has no right coming up to 55. There's no way he's not going to stand a chance. We're too big for him. We're too strong. So you can take your little English ass and get on.
You're too slow and too stiff. You're stiff as a board. I'd snap you in half. And that's it.
Donald Cerrone versus McGregor does work.
I appreciate the fuck out of what that guy's doing. He's getting eyes on the sports.
In the fucking press conference, I wanted to rip him so bad.
Of course.
I wanted to kill him. I wanted to be like, you know what, Conor, you can blow me like a cup of hot soup, you son of a bitch.
His shit-talking game is better than anybody.
It is.
He's the best ever.
Sorry I'm late, I just don't give a fuck!
Yeah, his facial structure will be rearranged after the fight.
Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Here's my location, you little fool. Right in front of you. Do something about it. Do something about it. Yeah, you'll do nothing.
But this might work. Well then, fuck that much.
Shut your fucking mouth, you'll do nothing. You'll do fucking nothing. Not one of you will do nothing. Get the fuck out of here. Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby. You're a fake, lying rat. I'm the money fight in the male shit at all weight divisions, so fuck everybody else up here.
He's the best shit talker in the history of combat sports.
Yep.
Declaring the winner by TKO, Donald Cowboy Cerrone.
I even want Conor if he'll agree to it, you know what I mean? Conor would be awesome. Any top five, I'm coming for the belt, man. Cowboys back. I'm on a roll, baby. Here I come.
Conor McGregor responds on social media, fights on. Now, so many people are going to say, well, is that fight going to happen? Hey, you know what? I'm bullish on it. Yeah, I think so. Say whatever you want about Conor McGregor. Give him all the compliments in the world you want. But when you're complimenting Conor, make sure you add to the list, he is a man of his word. If Conor says something's going to happen, it happens. If Conor says he will fight somebody, is going to fight somebody, accepts a fight with somebody, you can lock it in. That fight was just made. I feel very confident in telling you guys it is going to be Conor McGregor versus Donald Cerrone in the very near future.
You and me standing right here in the hallway of Barclays Center, you believe in your heart that your next fight will be against Conor McGregor?
I would like to say yes. I hope he signs it, and I hope he does, but a lot of things got to come into play, right? He's got to agree. He's got to find the date. Let's do it.
Did you hear the rumor about Cowboy Conor?
I did. Yeah.
That could be a sick fight.
Yeah, I
hope Cowboy gets that fight.
I think that's a possibility.
Yeah.
I think that's a money-making fight. And
it makes sense for both guys, especially for Conor.
Yeah.
I know Conor wants the Khabib rematch, but it's like, dude, let's get one and then go back that way. But you got to win.
That would be really interesting.
I'm not saying Cowboy's an easy fight, but it's a better matchup than Khabib or Tony.
If he grabs a hold of Conor and takes him to the ground, Conor's in a world of shit, too. Because Cowboy's a hell of a wrestler and a hell of a...
He's a hell of a striker.
How did Cerrone get there? It's the same attitude he's had this whole time. He just shows up and says, who's next? Sign on the dotted line. If it gets ugly, it gets ugly. If it don't, it don't. And it's just going to be what it's going to be.
That'd be the fight I'd want next, definitely, you know, because he's sitting up there number 2. So you talk about top 5, let's go number 2. Come on. Let's dance. Let's go. Let's go have some fun.
He has done things that have absolutely changed the game. He has negotiated contracts. He has fluctuated between sports, moved weight classes, moved the needle, and done things that nobody else has done.
The speed that he has, the one-shot KO power. Like, Conor can do some shit to motherfuckers. He can fuck people up.
I can hit you from anywhere.
Look, I'm gonna break the guy's face, and that's it.
You're looking at Donald Cowboy Cerrone is a winner again.
Conor McGregor is that rare, perfect combination of a fighter that has the right style that's exciting to fans, has the right personality that's exciting to fans, and is aware of all those things.
I'ma see you soon. I'ma see you soon. One shot is all it takes me. It is all over.
I'd snap you in half, and that's it.
And I'm gonna rip his head off and play football with it.
Conor has no right coming up to 55. We're too big for him. We're too strong.
You're stiff as a board. I'd snap you in half.
You beat nobody and you think you're gonna come up to 155 and make a statement? Come on, man. Sit the fuck down.
Another broke, jealous bitter for you.
Now, he hasn't won in the octagon since November of 2016.
Conor says he's coming back.
We should have an announcement hopefully in the coming weeks.
I just want to compete now.
Listening to this Joker talk, we all just sit back here and laugh.
Cerrone, the front runner.
I'm looking at Cowboy.
3. Today we can celebrate.
2.
Conor and Cowboy is gonna happen.
1.
Now it's time.
Conor McGregor, out of retirement, will be back in the octagon January 18th against Donald Cowboy Cerrone in Las Vegas.
Donald Cowboy Cerrone, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I don't care who. I just want to know when. I got just as much needle power as he does, man.
Most wins in UFC history, baby. Donald gets back. He got it. The double tap does what the he wants. Oh my goodness. This is why everyone's been talking about Conor McGregor.
This is a fight that I think everyone's going to love.
The first man ever to hold 2 titles simultaneously. The king is back.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's get the show started. Here we go. Surprise, surprise, motherfucker.
Cowboys back.
I still always had that belief in my head that I was going to get to the UFC. And I always had that belief in my head that I was going to return. And not only return better than anybody has ever returned before.
He has not done an interview with a media outlet since October of last year. Of course, that was the last time we saw him inside the cage when he fought Khabib Nurmagomedov at UFC 229. This past year has been an interesting one for Conor McGregor, making headlines for things outside of the cage. And tonight he will break his silence for the first time in approximately 10 months on everything that has been going on in his life and his fighting future.
I will continue to just be good as a human being and not focus on, not worry too much about that. If it is, it is. But I do not believe so. I will earn it back.
Who does Conor McGregor want in his highly anticipated return fight?
You know, I want my world title back.
What is holding up Cowboy and Conor? The headline said what was holding up an official announcement for Cowboy versus McGregor is that the UFC wanted to put it in a co-main event spot. Something tells me that's a really big fight. Something tells me that everybody wants to see that fight. And I also understand the marketing angle and the importance of belts. If Conor McGregor's fighting, something special is happening. If Cowboy Cerrone is fighting, there's something special to see. If you're putting Cowboy and Conor in there together, particularly,
it's going to be fucking great.
I can't wait.
The return of Conor McGregor. Yes, the notorious one. He is in fact coming back on January 18th against Donald Cerrone, UFC 246.
Conor McGregor, Cowboy Cerrone, official.
That will be the beginning of my season.
That's the most Irish guy versus the most American guy.
Budweiser versus proper whiskey.
My fist is just going to break his whole face.
There's been the back and forth with you and Conor.
Dude, get a grip on life, bro. Let's go.
Like, Conor can do some shit to motherfuckers. He can fuck people up.
Conor wants the Khabib rematch, but it's like, dude, let's get one and then go back that way. But you gotta win.
Cowboy, if he grabs a hold of Conor and takes him to the ground, Conor's gonna move his shit too.
Most wins in UFC history, baby.
And most finishes in UFC history.
That's
will go forward and I will put the pressure on him and break this old man. Trust me on that. And when it's all said and done, you know what? I'm gonna fuck this boy up. I've got this situation where people are truly doubting me, like they doubted me at the very, very beginning.
Surprise, surprise, motherfucker!
Cowboys back.
The king is back!
See it in my head, and then it happens. They don't say.
And I will go forward and I will put the pressure on him and break this old man. Trust me on that. And when it's all said and done, you know what? I'm gonna fuck this boy up. I've got this situation where people are truly doubting me, like they doubted me at the very, very beginning.
They don't say. History. Long after I'm gone.
Lost in the lapse again.
The story will be told.
Lost in the lapse.
Put on some rap. I'm bringing rap back to Dagestan.
Round two. Yeah. I'm tired.
This fight in Moscow. Yes. Let's make it happen. Don't be scared. What? Oh yes.
What is the mystic prediction?
Revenge, revenge, redemption, retribution.
But prediction.
He knows
if
it.
it's gonna happen.
He knows it. Pain is the prediction.
Thank you, sir.
Pain.
Round three.
Does Russia have a national anthem? Yes. And does Dagestan have a national anthem? Yes, separate. Yes. Separate. Play the Russian national anthem, please, for me. Please, thank you. I've never heard it. You think it'd be a representation of the people? Russian national anthem, please. Yes. 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 To the Russian people. The Russian people deserve this match. And they're going to get it.
Go dip down two to the body and then lead hook to the head.
Dip down to the body.
No, start
I'll
down to the
get
body,
it.
yeah? And then lead hook, Yeah, sit down on the full split.
Bye! 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 Hey! Bye! Bye! Actually go outside, inside, and then up to 10 seconds. Hum, hum, hum.
Oh, lovely.
Hum, hum, hum.
Nice, one more.
Hum, hum, hum.
Finish the straight, 4 seconds, let's go.
Now go hook on that. Yeah.
Go.
And time.
How did we end up with Donald Cerrone as your opponent? You seem to have many options. Why him?
Well, I said I'd fight him, right? I mean, me and Donald have had a history, a long history. Well, not a long history, but we've had a history. It's an exciting bout. It's a fan-friendly bout. It's a fight that excites me, and it's a fight that I said I'd partake, and I appreciate it. I appreciate Donald, I have to say. You know, he's fought a lot of times, and since the last time I saw him at that Aldo press conference many years ago. He's gone on and fought so many times. He's also a family man, and with his grandmother and these things. I appreciate that, and I respect that, and I also respect the method he went about with the proper whiskey. And you know, so much work goes into these things, and to see that bit of respect, I appreciate that, and I look forward to having a good bout. And I know you're not interested in that, and I know you said that wasn't the wrong way, but for me in this part of in this time of my life, that is the right way to go about it. You know, and especially now. And I'm happy to come back and have my comeback fight in the beginning of my season against Donald, and I look forward to it. It's going to be a good night, and I'm going to shine here on January 18th. I'm going to create magic inside the octagon like I have done many times before, but this is going to be something special.
So the opponent and the weight was your decision ultimately, right? You could have made this at 155.
I'm underweight right now, so.
How much do you weigh on this Friday before the fight?
I'm underweight. I'd say 160 and a bit.
So why not make him...
I know, I could have. I just don't think he looks well at 155, right? He does not look well at 150. He's a 170 fighter.
So don't you want him to suffer on the way to the...
Why would I want someone to... I don't care. No, I could beat him if he fought. I'd beat him any bleeding. I'd beat him at any weight. I'd beat him when he bleeding. You know what I mean? I'd beat him if I had the flu.
Right.
So, like, I don't need... You know what I mean? I don't need that. I just want to focus on my training and keep me sharp. And, you know, I don't got to cut and then build and then cut. It's not... You know, I'm happy where I'm at. And also 170 is an exciting one for me. I like 170. I like what's going on in the 170 division at the minute. You got Jorge with that belt. You got the other guys with fighting for the belt. And I like all what's going on at 170. And I feel good at 170. I feel energetic. It's what I weigh. It's what I weigh. And that's it. So it opens up so many more options, right?
So you're done at 155?
No, I'm not done at 155. No, hey, I could make 155 this fight, no problem. But I just want to go in fresh and as it is. Let the fight play as it is, and then open up all my options.
Yeah. When's the last time you had a drink?
A couple of months ago, 3-4 months ago, maybe. Yeah.
Is that a first for you, or at least first in a while?
I was drinking on Bleeding Fight Week last one, I think. It was on the Conan O'Brien show.
Yes.
But I mean,
prior to the Khabib fight.
Yeah.
You were drinking in the build-up.
Yeah.
Was that common for you in your career?
Not really, not to that extent, no. Not to that extent.
Why'd you do that?
Don't know. I had just venom in me or something. Don't know why. I had people holed up in a hotel from that part of the world, and I would ring and arrange a fight. So they'd come from the hotel down to the gym and have a full blown fight, no head guard, gloves, that's like a fight. I'd win. You know, I'd have a war and I'd win. I'd knock the guy out. And then I'd go off and celebrate. And then I'd come back in 3 days.
3 days? What were you doing?
You know, just, don't know, not doing what I should have been doing.
Give us the range. You knew how much you made for Mayweather.
Yeah, I'd say about, it could be, I'm estimating a good 80 million.
80? Come on.
Yeah, because I have, like I said, we got the Australia and Canada and England there, and England and Ireland, and it should be a good one.
Wow. What did you make for Khabib?
50 in a way.
Wow. 80. No one's ever made anything. Most MMA fighters combined haven't made that. Business is still good. Business is still good.
Of course, they think I'm toast, Ariel, but I'm still the bread.
That's right.
I'm gonna have a solid couple of years, though. I know that. I'll be rocking till I'm a good 35. I'm gonna hit the billy by the time I'm 35 years of age.
The billy?
I'll be a billionaire by the time I'm 35. That's.
So 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Really? You're getting there?
Yeah.
Do you look at those lists and compare yourself? You know, when they put the highest earning athletes, Floyd. You look at those lists?
That's my list. I'm coming for that list.
Where are you on the list now?
Well, it alternates by year. I think I'm not sure where I was this year. Not bad. I think it was, geez, I forget now, to be honest, but I was up there. I saw the decade when Floyd was top of the decade, so it's fair play to him.
Yeah.
He's just not so good with the management of it, right? And
you beat Donald Trump.
I stop him with it. I knock him out.
Early?
Possibly, yes.
You've never been a possibly yes kind of guy.
I mean, yeah, you know yourself. I'm gonna beat him. I'm ready for it all. So let's see what happens. John estimates a little bit later. I think it could be very early. He's getting knocked out.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Ariel.
Thank you, sir.
You're real good, boy. You're real good. But you can bang them together yourself, come on. Yeah, come on, right, that's so good. Yeah, man, get him. Get in there. How you talking? The Mac team. Now this is what it's about. Just loosen the bones up. Fucking love it.
Mixed martial arts needs you. Do you need mixed martial arts?
Yeah, most certainly. Well, martial arts, right? That's what it gave me originally. That's what it gives young people and young men and young boys and young girls. It gives them focus and discipline and dedication, and that's what it done for me. And I suppose it kind of recenters me, right? I mean, I've had tremendous success elsewhere, and I continue to do so. But when you go back and you prepare for a martial arts bout, you know, it does something to your focus and your discipline, and it just sharpens you up. So. And that in turn helps everything else, so excellent. It's like a perfect storm. Yeah, most certainly it's about options. You know, it opens up options for me in multiple divisions. You know, not a lot of people are doing this, not a lot of people are willing to do this. So, it's one of the reasons why I chose 170. I am this weight. I'm currently 170 with a little bit below. And that's it.
The Mystic Mac returns. How excited are you yourself to return after this longer layoff?
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's good to be back. Good to be back in a strong, healthy state of mind and physical condition. I look forward to showcasing my newfound skills on January 18th. You know, me and Donald have had a history for many years, right? It's been a fight that's been rumored and it was gonna happen, and then the Diaz fight happened, and we just have a history together, me and Donald. It's an inevitable bout. He's had some phenomenal records under his belt. Most fights, most rounds, most head kick knockouts, most bonuses. You know, he's deserving of this opportunity. You said you know how.
With the red paint.
Oh, right, with the red panties. Jesus, you're magic. Yeah, they'll celebrate that win or lose anyway, do you know what I mean? So.
What do you think of the studio, Conor?
Amazing. Fair play to El Dana. What Dana White's contender series. The cage is it's missing pieces, is it or no?
This one's a little bit smaller than the pay-per-view. I think it's like the Ultimate Fighter size.
Right.
I think this one's 25 feet. Pay-per-view's
The size is different. I think just the padding or something looks a bit different. Very cool. Yeah. Do you want to just wrap around me?
Yeah. Hands outstretched, nice and strong. Yeah. That animal walk right here. Yeah. Yeah, these look natural. Good. Perfect. You want to lit one? Yeah, whatever you want. Yeah. Hey, Jeff. Can you get one done with the light? Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Like the old days, bro. Yeah. Good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. What do you think of the studio,
It's
Conor?
amazing. Fair play to El Dana. What Dana White's contender series. Yeah, deadly. It's a cool place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Cool, right? I was scrapping it myself. It's very cool. Yeah. Brilliant.
It's not quite a Mystic Mac or even a clairvoyant cowboy, but he said he wants a head kick knockout in the 4th round. He wants it. He's not predicting it, so it's different. Do you respect that? He said a great fight to him is one that goes on for a bit and then you get the finish.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in what he has to say, to be honest. You know, I like Donald. I've no ill will against Donald, but I'm going to put him away, and I'm going to put him away smoothly.
We all know how Donald and his wife will celebrate the fight, but how will you celebrate if you win, and what will you do if you lose?
How will Donald and his wife celebrate? You said you know how.
With the red painting.
Oh, right, with the red panties. Jesus, you're mad. Yeah, they'll celebrate that win or lose anyway, do you know what I mean? So, but I'll have a good night and a few sips, and then spend the next day with my family and the kids, and then just regroup and get back into training.
Love it, brother. Love it. There we go.
Fighting somebody without that bad blood, you know, the process building up to the fight is something that is kind of relief.
No, it's the same thing. A fight's a fight. I'm gonna get in there, whether it's bad blood or good blood. It's blood. It's a fight.
There we go.
You know, so I'm excited to be back and excited to perform on Saturday night.
This type, perfect.
There you go. Nice. Love it.
Dana's not even here yet.
Is he not? No? Wow. How about that? Call him, tell him to hurry up.
miss these when you're away from it?
Of course, of course. It's always a fun time, these press conferences. The fans always enjoy it. It's good to get face to face with the opponent. It's a great part of the game, right? Another part of the McGregor show.
Pleasure, baby. How's everything?
Good. How are you? You've not been to any UFC event before? Oh, wow, you're going to enjoy this. This is a good one. This is the biggest one, the best one. So, good man. Good to have you, pal. Right? Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support.
Welcome to the UFC 246 press conference here inside the Pearl Theater at the Palms Casino Resort. Introducing first, Donald Cowboy Cerrone. And now, please welcome the notorious Conor McGregor.
What's up, everybody? How are you today? Thanks for coming. We appreciate it. Who has the first question?
Conor, during the time away that you had, I mean, obviously you had the legal concerns and everything that was going against you. I just wonder, was there ever a thought in all that maybe you wouldn't be allowed to come back and fight, or maybe you didn't even want to come back and fight and have to come, you know, deal with the hassle, deal with the headaches, when obviously you've got plenty of money in the bank, I would imagine?
You'd imagine correct. I'm very, very grateful and I'm just very honored and happy to be here on US soil, back on United States soil, back here in Las Vegas. I've had so many amazing moments here. My life has changed here in America, you know, so I'm very grateful for this country, and I'm very honored to be here and to perform for the people. You know, I'm an entertainer, a fighter and an entertainer, and to come here and entertain these people is something that gets me up in the morning, so I'm very happy. I've had my back and forth with Donald throughout the years, right? The last time we spoke to each other or even saw each other would have been at that press conference many years ago. So much has changed since then, right? I was the interim featherweight world champion at the time. Donald predicted I wouldn't get through Aldo. I got through Aldo. He predicted I was too small for the 155-pound division. I conquered that division. You know, we've had a good back and forth, myself and Donald. And as time has gone on, you know, he's become a family man. Obviously, you've seen him compete so many times. It's hard not to respect Donald right now at this stage, and he has my respect. And although there will be blood spilled on January 18th, it will not be bad blood. And for the Mystic Mac prediction, it will be a KO.
This is obviously a welterweight bout, and I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but both Kamaru Usman and Jorge Masvidal are here and will be in attendance of a fight. Those are two of the biggest fights in the welterweight division right now, and which one of those two fights would potentially interest you more?
You know, that's an interesting one. What would I be interested in more? I'd take both. You know, I'd have both. I would like that bad mouth title, that belt, and then I'd like the gold. You know, for me, the gold is has a bit more significance to it, especially since the way the BMF fight finished. I thought we were robbed of a classic contest there. I thought it was only kicking into gear rounds 4 and 5. But they're both exciting bouts. I'd say probably the more exciting of the bout would probably be myself versus Jorge from a stylistic standpoint. Usman kind of has the similar style of Khabib, you know, the sniff the jockstrap style. So I'm interested for both, you know. We'll see what happens. I'm enjoying myself at 170. I'm underweight right now, so I feel good. I feel energetic, light, fast, accurate, and precise. So I feel good here.
Conor has said that, you know, he can win this fight in any division. He can win this fight if he has a flu. What do you make of that confidence, and do you think maybe he's looking past you in any way?
No, I don't think he's looking past me at all. I mean, as we're training, as our coaches,
That's one hell of a coat, Donald. My God. I got to give credit where credit is due. You know what I mean? I don't know whether you've outdone me. I've got lions on the inside of my baby here. You know what I mean? But that's a damn good coat, brother. What is it now? Was it crocodile or?
It's python.
Python, good man.
I'm sure Peter might be here because I got rattlesnakes on and pythons. So
they have a warning down for me as well, Peter. They're coming for me too. But I used to rock the python shoes a lot when I done the Ultimate Fighter with Uriah Faber. It's a good skin, but you know yourself, we don't want trouble with Peter. You know, sometimes you got to go to certain places in our life to realize what we need to do, and I've turned over a new leaf. You know, although I feel I'm still the same young man, but I definitely feel re-energized and refreshed, and Thank you for noticing. I appreciate it. And I appreciate your acknowledgement of the revenue I bring. You're damn right.
It all trickles down. I'm sure we all appreciate that. And Cowboy, for you, if I'm not mistaken...
And then I'm at the bottom scooping it all up.
What do you think is the most dangerous element of Cowboy's game?
You know, I can read Donald. You know, I like him a lot. He's a good guy, but I can read Donald like a children's book. To be honest, you know, he's a good fighter. He's got some good tricks up his sleeve. I know the tricks he has, and I know what he's planning and what he hopes to achieve. But we are well prepared, and you know, we'll see on the night. It's going to be a good night.
And to bounce that back to you, Cowboy, is there any tricks up your sleeve for Saturday night?
Oh man, he can read me, so we'll see. Hopefully, hopefully he's got some hooked on phonics. We'll see what's going on. I don't know.
And there's a fight card coming up here in March. There's no main event yet. If things go okay on Saturday, could you possibly turn around quickly?
Yes. God willing, we come out here safe. From this bout Saturday night, most certainly March would be well attainable.
And who would that be, you think?
Line them up. I do not give it. I couldn't care. Any weight, any division, anything. I am in prime condition and ready to go.
You have different feelings about him now than you did back then?
Oh man, he did everything he said he was gonna do, didn't he? So, any feelings? Yeah, he's fucking great, man, and I'm honored to share the thing with him. So, we'll see. We'll see if at 170 I'm still a fucking stick in the mud, huh?
Yes, good man.
All right, everybody, thanks for coming out today. We're going to get this stuff out of here, square them off. We'll see you Saturday night.
Ready? Let's do it, guys. Holds more records than anyone in the history of the sport. Give it up for Donald Cowboy Cerrone! Official weight, 170 for Cowboy. And his opponent, the former featherweight, the former lightweight champion of the world, the great Conor McGregor! Official weight, 170 for Mr. McGregor!
Good luck tomorrow, you jerk.
Cowboy, this is a giant fight. Give me your thoughts on what this means to you.
Oh, this is incredible. We're gonna blow the roof off this place, man. I cannot wait. Everyone says I never show up. This is the fight to show up for. I cannot wait.
I can't wait to watch. Good luck to you, sir. Donald Cerrone, ladies and gentlemen. The Notorious, ladies and gentlemen.
How good do I look at 170? Yes. I feel real good at this weight. I'm coming for all of them in this division. It begins with Donald. Let's go. I'm excited. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for coming out. I apologize, I'm a little late. It's hard work getting the kids ready and bringing them to the events. You're in for a great show tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I'm dedicating this fight to me ma back home. I love you, ma. We all love you.
Conor McGregor, ladies and gentlemen.
Ariel Helwani post-fight at UFC 246 alongside the notorious Conor McGregor, who was victorious tonight in just 40 seconds against Donald Cerrone. Conor, welcome back. Congratulations. After everything that you have been through since the Khabib fight, is it possible to put into words what this moment means to you?
Hard work pays, you know what I mean? I'm no different than I was before. I just was committed and worked hard and earned it. And that's it. We are all equal, I feel, you know. It's the work you're willing to put in and the commitment you're willing to put in. And I was committed this campaign. I'm happy and proud to represent my team and our work.
Is it fair to say that you're a little emotional right now?
Of course. I mean, fighting is an emotional game. You've no idea. It's a roller coaster of emotion. Maybe a little more this time. All I've gone through and all the team's gone through and all my people's gone through. And it's good to get us back where we belong.
Do you feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders?
If it is, I want it back on. You know what I mean? So, no, I just feel good. I'm very, very happy. Very, very proud.
Your first victory since November of 2016. Did you miss this feeling, like being here with your team, your family, getting to celebrate after a fight?
Come on now, I lost bleeding twice. I lost in a boxing match and then I tapped in an MMA fight. I've never really been beat, let's be real. You've never seen me beat. Do you know what I mean? You beat a man by concussing him with blows to the nut. Do you know what I mean? So, putting him down. So, 2 matches, that narrative of so long since I went, you know what I mean? It's just been, I've been outside the game, sporadic with my commitment to it, so it's good to be back, most certainly though.
Did you expect the fight to start out that way? Was that what you envisioned?
I just don't know, I just saw, I always wanted to go through him with the first shot. He dipped under and he didn't shoot fair play to him, you know what I mean? He just dipped under. But no, I'm happy with the fight. Could have went many ways, you know, he was planning to head kick me. He wanted to knock me out with a head kick, so happy to catch him. I knew he had flaws with that in his own game. What a record he has to hold the most head kick knockouts. It's a phenomenal record, so to catch him with the head kick I'm very, very pleased with that.
You were quick to tell us afterwards, first man to get a finish at 145, 155, 170. Is this something that you knew about?
Of course, it's my name. Yes, I did. I told you off camera and I told you not to say nothing, you know what I mean? So that was something I was going for, the knockout victory off across 3 weight divisions. Granted, it was a technical knockout, but the knockout nonetheless, you know, so Donald's a phenomenal fighter, right? He's not easy to put away, so no one puts him away like that in 40 seconds, so very happy with it, very pleased, and on we go.
Do you feel like the fight went a little too long? Could have been stopped earlier.
Probably, yeah, but probably. I had to kind of center myself because I dived on him a little bit and I should have picked the shots a little bit, but that would probably be my lack of time in the cage, right? I've been out so long, so when you get that little rush of excitement, you jump on it. But then I could hear John in the corner settle, pick your shots, and then I control the head, pick the shots, and got the stoppage, and I'm happy.
I know it's very fresh, but how quickly do you want to come back?
Yeah, very, very quickly. I'm God willing, I came out fresh here tonight, so I'll like I said, I'll have a celebration tonight, a little celebration. I'll spend time with the family, and then back to training. So I'm sure we'll talk within the next week and see what happens.
You think you're back before the summer?
I'd say so, yeah. Possibly, yeah. Yeah, I would, yeah. Yes.
At 170?
We'll see. Either or. Could be anything. Could be anything.
I know in the cage you didn't want to call anyone out, but in your heart, is there an opponent in mind? Is there?
No, there's a lot of them. So I'm just building myself. You know, there's still work to be done. I feel, you know, there's still a lot of work to be done. I heaped some amount of workload on top of me in this camp, and at times I had to take a back step for a couple of days to recover. So now I think that I've built that foundation again. I can sustain the workload and continue. So there's much more in me. So I'm going to keep on that, keep that mindset, and keep pushing forward.
Did you notice Jorge Masvidal wearing your Versace robe?
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Talk about baloney, because that looked ridiculous to me. Was it my actual robe?
No, but it looked like the one that you wore before the Mayweather.
The black one, yeah, it was ridiculous, Cardi. I don't know what that was about.
I was trying to get your attention, right?
Yeah, talented. I don't know. That's a bit weird. I don't give a. Yeah, whatever.
That seems to be the one everyone wants. Do you want it?
Yeah, well, yeah, no problem. We can do that. No problem. So he's trying to get my attention. Is he what kind of what underwear was he wearing? Do you know what I mean? Like, what kind of weird is that? Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know what that means. A bleeding house coat. Like the grannies in Ireland wear house coats, watching the soaps. You know, like the soap opera shows. So like, me bleeding. I mean, nanny wears that. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know what that was about. But okay.
As far as the critics, is there anything you want to say to everyone who said you were shot, 170 was a mistake, all that stuff and more?
No, nothing. Silence, you know what I mean? Just focus on the positive, focus on the support. Very grateful for the people that stuck with me through this trying time, and this one's for them.
And considering how good all this went, you know, the whole week went for you. You were in such a good place mentally, right? Maybe now this is the new Conor, like no more tension, no more...
No, I'm the real Conor. I'm just going to be real. I've always been real, whatever the situation is. I'm not going to bleed. I'm just going to be real to the situation and true to myself.
And I have to ask, I see your father, the great Tony McGregor here, and I noticed that you mentioned your mother a couple times. Is everything okay with her?
My mother's good. My mother's the strongest woman I know. I love her dearly, and she's back at home. She couldn't make the flight this time, you know, so just want to show her support. And I love my mother dearly, the strongest woman I know.
You dedicated this to her?
Yes.
Your son here?
You know, I went through that. I brought him to the weigh-ins, and I brought my daughter to the weigh-ins, and Junior was, because Donald's son right's only about 1 and a bit, right? Junior's about 2, like almost 3, not just over 2.5. So he's a little bit more aware of what's the situation is. So yesterday he was a little bit taken back at the weigh-in, and that was kind of a tester for me. And then also the fight is 10 p.m. You know what I mean? I'm not blading keeping him out here, but after 10 p.m. And then it's a mad scene as well. Like, it's crazy in there. So like, I had him for the last 2 fights because he was a little bit younger. Now he's kind of understanding, but not understanding at the same time. So we left him at home with my daughter, and that was it. It would have been a great moment. You know what I mean? I love the way Donald does it with Danger, and that makes me respect him so much more because I understand that so deeply. Do you know what I mean? So, but maybe another time, maybe in a few years' time, you know, but not tonight.
Why no Billy Strut?
I don't know, maybe when you actually really hit a Billy, you don't need to strut like the Billy strut. I don't know. I just do whatever I feel natural, you know what I mean? I feel everyone was waiting for it, so I just skipped around it, you know what I mean? Keep them guessing.
Just when they think they have all the answers, you change the questions, like Roddy Piper. Finally, is there anything you want to say to the people of Ireland? I noticed that you mentioned Ireland right off the bat. Anything you want to say to your supporters?
All for the support, my nation. I love you dearly. I appreciate the backing and the support over the years. I know Ireland is very proud of my successes, and you know they hold me accountable sometimes when I let them down, and that motivates me. And I'm very I love my country dearly, so I'm very honoured to raise my tricolour here tonight for the people of Ireland.
You're back from nothing to something to everything again, my man. Congratulations. Enjoy the victory, Conor.
Thank you, Ariel. Appreciate the work. Man, thank you, sir. Thank you.
On your victory this evening.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
40 seconds. I don't think a lot of people saw that one coming. You obviously came out very, very quickly. So, I mean, did you envision a scenario in which you got this thing done that quick?
I did come out and I let that left hand go from the chamber. The force of him dipping and me connecting with him with my hip even was a shot in itself. But I'd probably put that down to 15 months outside of the octagon. You know what I mean? A little bit overstepping the shot, and I knew Donald, and I know Donald's good at dipping under the left hand, and I knew he would attempt to dip under the left hand. He's done it to the former champion in the 170 division, Robbie Lawler. He dipped under the left hand multiple times and secured takedowns. He dipped it under the now middleweight Darren Till. So 15 months outside the octagon, a little eager, you know, take from it all and carry on.
The shoulder strikes were incredibly effective. Was that something that you drilled? Was that a little bit of improvisation? What was that?
You know, they'll have to say now, you know the way they say, I've just got a left hand. They'll have to say, I've just got a left shoulder as well. A left hand and a left shoulder. The so-called experts of the game, when they'd be breaking down my skill set, they'd be saying, I'm just a fighter with a left hand, which is highly disrespectful and uneducated. And I'd be surprised that so many of the supposedly knowledgeable people, they'd be just claiming it as that. So it's a good shot in the clinch. You can really catch a man. So I knew I caught him with the first one off guard, and then I caught 1 or 2 more, and when we separated, the nose and the eye was bust. And it's a good shot. I've utilised that many times in the gym, and happy with it.
You ultimately finished him with punches, but the high kick was a big part of the finish. I'm curious, I mean, obviously that's kind of his signature move in a lot of ways. I mean, was that something you wanted to execute, or?
Yeah, no, of course. I knew Donald has the most head kick knockouts in UFC history. I was saying to Megan backstage, that's the equivalent of a
world title to me, to having a record like that, the most head kick knockouts. So, but at the same time, and I knew he was planning to knock me out with a head kick. I knew he wanted everyone, what if Donald catches the head kick and all this. I knew this was what Donald would have been envisioning, and his team. They would have been practicing how to set me up with the high kicks. But at the same time, I noticed Donald has many discrepancies in leans and dips and under certain attacks that can also set him up for the high kick. So the high kick was something I thought I could catch him with also.
His grandmother came in and spoke with you. I'm curious if you could share the details of that conversation.
She's just a phenomenal woman, that lady. She's there from the first fight of the night till the final fight of the night, and even after the bout came over, and she just showed me respect, and I showed her respect, and it was great to finally meet her. You know what I mean? You see her, she's a prevalent part of the game, isn't she? Right, when Donald's fought so much, and that lady's there from the start of the night to the finish, man. What a lady, and what a man she's raising. Very, very, very honoured to share the cage with Donald, and very proud. You know, he's a good man, and he's got good people behind him, and much respect.
Did you ever have a point like after the Khabib fight where you just were sitting there thinking about what you did and thought, I made a mistake here, I made a mistake here, because you still have achieved everything, right? But you went into this fight and performed. So obviously something changed from your preparation in the Khabib fight to this.
Yeah, just my commitment, I wasn't committed. And for me, it was just a disrespect to the people that believe in me. So if I'm forming a team and I'm building, look, it feels like the world lights up when I make the walk, right? Everyone's so invested in it and excited by it. And then I've got the team of people that are behind me and putting their all and taking time away from their family and their people to come help me. And then I'm not committed with it, So I'll go training and then I'll go missing for 3 days and then I'll come back and it's sporadic and it's on my call and I'll ring and say, hey, we're in the gym now in the next half an hour, make sure everyone's there. I just felt like I disrespected the people that believed in me and supported me, and that's what led me to recenter myself and get back to where I was at.
I wonder if you feel like you can turn that Khabib fight into a fight like this, where I know you want to win the fight, but will it get nasty, or will it be a fight where you're able to do what you did here and people really, it seemed like they fell back in love with you like they had done several years ago?
It's got very personal with that man and his team, and look, it is what it is. I make no promises. Then I am who I am, and it is what it is. So I'll certainly be focused on the skill sets. You know what I mean? We have a particular skill set, myself and that man. He holds on to the legs, and I come for it. So I'll be excited to get that one back. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the Tony fight. Tony's another interesting foe for me. See what happens. If something happens, I'll be here. But I've experienced it all. I've experienced near blackouts for the Mendes weight cut. I had no nutritionist, no nothing, and I done it all myself, and it was a heavy weight cut. And then for the Aldo one, I done it correctly, and I felt okay. We had a nutritionist on board, and I felt good at 145, and I've obviously had amazing success down there. And then the 155, and then it's just about commitment. That's it. You put in the work, you'll reap the rewards. There's no secret sauce to this. Recognize what you need to do and fucking do it, and you will succeed.
Hi, Conor. Straight in front of you to your left. I asked Dana about the possibility of you fighting Khabib in Moscow, and he's very against the idea. Can you explain to me why that's so appealing?
Why was he against it?
Pay-per-view, brother.
Come on now, how much money is enough money? How much money is enough money, for fuck's sake? There's a lot of money in Russia. There's a lot of revenue in Russia.
Just one last one. Have you seen Floyd's post since the fight?
Yeah, he forgot McGregor Sports and Entertainment on the poster. You know what I mean? That right there cuts him out. So it's me and Manny. Look, we'll see what happens. El Floyd, he's a funny man, El Floyd. So we'll see what happens. The discussions are always ongoing. They never stop, Floyd and going through money fast. So he's far from retired, and that rematch will happen at some stage.
But mixing MMA and boxing, I'd imagine that's a bit more difficult than having maybe a clear run at just MMA for maybe a year. Well, what is the plan there? Maybe just stick to MMA for this year?
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Look, I spent so much time in my boxing gym. I went back to my roots, Crumlin boxing, where I began. And what happens tonight? I smack him with my shoulder and smack him with my foot. I was almost gonna say to Joe, that's Crumlin boxing 101. Smack him with the shoulder. But no, I've been getting great training in with the team back home, and I'm an experienced fighter, right? I've been through it all. I've been up and down in the weights. I've been across sports, so I can do it all as long as I'm fit, and we'll see what presents itself.
And last thing for me, Nate Diaz tweeted out right after the fight.
He has his own little thing and all. It's a mad scene. It's a mad scene. I don't know what does be going on.
Nate Diaz tweeted out right after the fight, calling it weak as fuck. I don't know if that was in reference to Donald's performance or just the fight in general. You know, what's your response to that? And is he anywhere on your list of potential opponents?
Let's go, Nathan. And let's go, brother. Number 3. It's always here. So, we're right here, Nathan.
I mean, do you think that with Usman and Masvidal, they're obviously trying to fight you? Obviously, that's what the message is behind all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah, of course. Let's do it then. Let's do it. I'm more than ready. I enjoy this division. I like this division. I don't think they're that big. They're a bit bigger, right? Okay. I think Donald's bigger than Jorge. I know Jorge has a win over Donald, but I think Donald's as big. Now Jorge's a former lightweight, so I don't know what that Dana was saying. I'd like to see them on the scales right now tonight and see what they're at. And I don't think they're at the end of the day, we got to weigh 170. I feel good at 170. I don't think your man Usman, he's small enough, 5'8" or something. I think he's small. So I'm more than ready for that division. I'm here at this division. I hold a nice win in this division now. A couple of nice wins. So we'll see what happens. I'm open.
Thanks, Conor.
We're not here just to take part. We're here to take over.
I'm cool with all the gods. Gods recognize gods.
May very well be, Joe, not just fighting, the biggest star in the world today. Yes! He has done it! It is all over! Nate Diaz beats Conor McGregor!
It is what it is. I'll face it like a man, like a champion, and come back and do it again.
He should have killed me when he had the chance, because now I'm back, and I'm going to kill you and your whole fucking team.
For the winner by majority decision, the notorious Conor McGregor!
Surprise, surprise, motherfucker! The king is back!
I'm gonna wrap one on one shoulder, I'm gonna wrap the other on the other shoulder, and you're gonna need a f***ing army to come take them belts off me. 2-weight world champion, UFC history, New York, the Irish are back.
History has been made! Conor McGregor is the UFC lightweight champion! What a performance. Didn't just do it. Did it flawlessly.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
And new, and for the first time ever, 2-division champion Conor McGregor. The first man ever to hold 2 titles simultaneously. How does this all feel to you?
It feels familiar. I saw it so clearly. I swear to God, I saw it so clearly, so consistently, until it's here in reality. Very grateful, very happy, but not surprised. You know what I mean? I knew it. I knew it was going to happen for me.
My name is Conor McGregor and I live in Lucan. I'm an up-and-coming fighter, and without a doubt you will see me on the UFC in the near future, without a doubt. It's like an addiction for me. It's all I think about. I don't want to do anything else. It's as simple as that. I will be where I want to be. I'm 100% confident that I will make it to the top. I have the skills, I have the dedication, and it's something I really, really want. So words can't even describe, but it will happen, and I'll let you know when it happens.
As soon as I finished school, I was always getting pestered. What are you doing with your life? You're doing this, doing that. They didn't know what it was. They didn't know what MMA was. They didn't know what none of this. They didn't know I could make a career out of it. As far as they were concerned, my man and dad I'm talking about, as far as they were concerned, I was just getting into a cage and fighting with some other guy. They didn't know nothing about it. No one did, really. But I knew. You know what I mean? I knew. I drifted from them thoughts of defending myself to, you know what, I'm good at this, and it's actually something that I really enjoy doing. And when I do it and when I put myself in these uncomfortable situations and come through it, I get this energy. And then it's an addiction. Then it took over. Then everything else blacked out around it. I'm just curiously fascinated with it, and I can't stop thinking about it. Everything I do in my life is related to this. I don't do nothing else if it's not got to do with fighting. That's what it's all about. Do shit that hasn't been seen before. You know, if you have a clear picture in your head of something is going to happen, a clear belief in that it will happen no matter what, nothing can stop it. You know what I mean? It is destined to happen, and that's what happens. In the struggle, you know, when things are going good and you visualize these good things happening, you visualize more good things happening, that's easy. What's not easy to do is when things are going bad and you're visualizing the good stuff. I was basically just using my imagination. My girlfriend's car, a little Peugeot 206, and I was driving that, shaking down the road, and I visualized that, and I swear to God, sitting in the traffic and all, I visualized, I'm sitting here holding the steering wheel, visualizing a brand new car and visualizing good things in times of struggle. Blood, sweat and tears go into this journey, into this chase. I truly believe we are all equal as human beings. If we are obsessed with something and we truly pursue our passion with everything we have, regardless of anything else, if you are obsessed, work hard, put in the time, you will succeed. It's crazy how things just form, dreams just form into reality. If you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. I see these shots, I see these sequences, and I don't shy away from them. A lot of times people believe in certain things, but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. If you truly believe in it, if you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction, and it will become reality. From nothing to something to everything. Conquer once again the supposed unconquerable.
I'm gonna knock him out inside 4 rounds, mark my words.
I said I would do it, and I will do it. I'm enjoying the fruits of my hard work. Nobody works harder than me inside the octagon, outside the octagon. I am a workhorse, so I'm going to enjoy the benefits of this life. I'm going to get myself a big mansion in Las Vegas. I'm going to get the soft top cars. I'm going to bring my whole team out. I'm going to spoil them and give them this life. Big steaks that size, we're eating every single night each. We're eating good, we're living good. it's human nature. Some people will sit and take positivity from that. They will look at that and take inspiration and inspire. It will inspire them to go and push for that. Others will shell up and critique it and be negative towards it. But one thing is for sure, those people will stay where they are. The people who take inspiration from it will rise up and also one day experience that life. So this is human nature. Some go one way, some go the other way. But I am enjoying my money, my hard-earned money that I have dedicated my life to. A lot of people are in search of the answer. A lot of people are in search of the answer, thinking that their surroundings are not good. But I was never like that. I always believed in where I came from. I always believed in my team that we were the best, and I was right. You know, people leave their coaches and go to new gyms, and it's a sign of a weak fighter to me. It's a weak mind, and it will be shown somewhere down the line that you have a weakness in that. But for me, I have a bulletproof team, my team from day one, and that's a benefit for me. I take confidence in that.
One thing that I really admire about you that I think a lot of people might overlook is that, you know, you have all these new riches and these new deals, Reebok, Monster and all that, but I really admire your relationship with your girlfriend, because what I find very interesting, she's here, she seems to be a big part of your camp. You flaunt your wealth and all that, and you should be proud of it. But someone who is of your stature, a young guy, you can have whatever you want, right? The world is at your fingertips. And someone of your position might have a girlfriend of many years, but they might keep that quiet because you want to portray a certain image. You flaunt your relationship with your girlfriend to the world as well, tweets and stuff. It seems like you're a very happy man. I think that's, in this day and age, you don't see that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I think it's the juxtaposition there of a guy who is very loyal to someone who's been with him since before all this came, and all the newfound riches together makes for a very interesting person.
That's a good look. My girlfriend has been different to that. She's helped me throughout this career. If it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. So definitely I look to spoil her. She does not work anymore. I essentially hired her to the business, but she works for me now. So it's,
in what capacity?
I mean, she collects the checks. That's what she does. But that to me was a special thing to be able to do. My girlfriend worked very, very hard throughout the years, coming up and stuck by me when essentially I had absolutely nothing. I only had a dream that I was telling her. So for me to be able to take her out of work and give her everything she's ever wanted and take her to travel the world with her, that fills me with pride, so it keeps me going.
How long have you been with her?
We have been together 8 years now, maybe.
Almost a decade.
Something like that. Now she would probably tell you the exact dates and stuff, but we've been together a long time.
But I'm sure
she's
a lot of
been
people,
through it all.
A lot of people coming your way, right? Of all shapes and sizes.
But
You know, I'm sure people are throwing. Let's be honest. People are throwing themselves
I
at
just
you.
keep my circle small, and that's it. Nobody gets in and nobody gets out. You must believe in your surroundings. If you don't believe in your surroundings and you're always in search of something else, it's like I said earlier. It's a weak mind.
I was thrown into a plumbing trade. About plumbing, didn't know anything about plumbing. I just went on that site because culture told me that that's what I have to do. I'd done it for a while, and then I realized this is not what I want to do. Like, this is not what I want to do, then what the f am I doing it for? And I walked out, 18 months in maybe. Early on, obviously didn't know what it was. I couldn't look to my mother and say, hey, this Irish man done it. I'm gonna follow in his footsteps, because there was no footsteps. I had to create my own footsteps and follow them. They were a little unsure at first, but they supported me, and they knew I would do it. If I said I'd do it, I'd do it, so.
I am happy with who I have. When I signed that contract, I said to you on that very first interview, I'm not here to make friends. Some people come in and they want to be part of the UFC, and they want to be with, they want to get the top nutritionist that's a UFC name, or the top strength and conditioning coach, or the top pad man, or the top team. Or I came in looking to conduct business, not looking to make friends, bringing my team on and taking over, and that's what we have done. So I suppose that's probably different than anybody has ever done it before, which makes it interesting to people watching, I suppose.
Is it true that you and your girlfriend still live above your parents? in the same house?
We have, of this year, we have been in Ireland 19 days. We have been travelling around a lot. So we are in the process of looking at a few houses. When I get myself a home in Dublin, it's going to be a big home. I want a gated community, a gated estate. We have our eye on a few beautiful homes, but right now we are just travelling the world. I have not stopped working, and then when it's time to build my home and settle down, it will be time. But right now we are in a Las Vegas mansion, and who knows where we are next.
Rang out in the foggy June.
I still always had that belief in my head that I was going to get to the UFC, and I always had that belief in my head that I was going to return, and not only return better than anybody has ever returned before.